Alright, we're going to make one of my son's favorites today, and it's salmon croquettes. Salmon croquettes is a very simple, basic soul food menu item, usually served at breakfast, but perfectly happy at lunch or dinner. And you just take a can of salmon, any brand will do, and what I like to do is first dump this extra juice that it's packaged in. I dump the juice in the sink, and then I prepare the salmon. So it'll look like this. Interesting looking. Now, salmon is full of bones and the skin. You'll see that everything is on it. And my sister removes the bones and the skin. She doesn't like to see any of that. But most people don't. You see there's a bone at the middle. When you cook salmon croquette, all of these things, you can't taste them. And the bones are no danger. They just crumble apart. So, in honor of my sister, I removed the main bone. There you go. Now I'm going to smash the salmon into very small chunks. It's really tender. Just smash it. I'm going to add 2 eggs. About a half of a medium onion. And I forgot to buy bell pepper this week, so I'm having to use frozen bell pepper in a pinch. That's a clue for those who don't cook often. You can buy your bell pepper frozen in the freezer section and have it there. I prefer fresh, but you have to use what you have. And you see this is pretty moist at this point, much more moist than would be easy to fry. So I'm going to add flour at this point. And it's kind of to taste, but usually it's about 3 to 4 tablespoons of flour to get it to work. Some people use crackers, saltine crackers, or breadcrumbs. I prefer flour because I can gauge the salt a lot better. Crackers and breadcrumbs already have salt in them, and it'll change the amount of seasonings I put in the croquette. So there we have. Today was 4 tablespoons of flour. We just want it so that I can make patties. And this is the basic ingredients for the salmon croquette. At this point, I'm going to season it. Using the basic soul food seasonings, right? Seasoned salt, onion powder, garlic pepper. Black pepper and garlic powder. Just a little of each, just a sprinkle. These will fry in a skillet, preheated with just a little bit of, I use olive oil. You can use vegetable oil, canola oil. And you just cook them until they're brown. So we're going to cook these in just a second. I added a couple more tablespoons of flour. It was a little too moist for me. And also, if you like a little spice in your croquette, this would be a good time to add. If you like cayenne pepper, you can do that. Or if you just have some regular, like Louisiana red pepper sauce, hot sauce, you can do that. And in soul food cooking, we use hot sauce, like Louisiana red, Texas peach, not Tabasco. Not Tabasco. Okay? My daughter doesn't like it hot, so I'm going to leave that out today. And we'll start frying our croquettes. Okay, now we are going to add the croquette mixture to the heated oil. We've heated the oil in our pan. And we're going to take just a large tablespoon and drop it by large tablespoons. I don't like to ball the fish up in my hand, so I drop it by tablespoons. So they're imperfect, but they taste great. Our patties are coming along nicely. See, we're turning those over. Now that they're golden brown. And if you turn one of them over too early, just turn it back over and let it cook some more. Okay? Salmon croquettes are done. Just going to plate those up. At first, I admit I had way too much oil. I poured that oil back out the pan. It only takes just a couple tablespoons at the bottom. You don't want your croquettes floating in oil by any means. Just enough so that they don't stick to the pan. And there we have salmon croquette, ready for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.